Once upon a time, we were all young. The early years are carefree with relatively few major problems. But as time marches on, and as the Greek philosopher Heraclitus observed, the only thing that is permanent is change. And so it will come to pass that one day we are all old. Sadly, many senior citizens reach retirement only to find that because of unforeseen changes and circumstances in their lives, they have a real need for affordable and quality housing.
Sad to say, there are a lot of people who have reached the senior part of their life who have really not prepared themselves for retirement.
The Order of AHEPA was once a youthful organization born in 1922. But like the aging American society, so too the Order of AHEPA has now matured. During its illustrious history, this good and unique fraternity has been a major benefactor for many noble and humane causes. In 1980, the AHEPA National Housing Corporation was formed, and AHEPA embarked on its most ambitious and successful new undertaking to provide quality and affordable housing for senior citizens throughout the United States. All of the projects have been funded by U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, with grants to local AHEPA chapters exceeding more than $400 million.
We've made an impact. When you consider that when the 13th is open, we'll have over nearly 600 seniors living in AHEPA apartments on a daily basis every day. That's a lot.
It has been said that success is often but one idea away. The nucleus of the AHEPA Senior Citizen Housing Program began with a vision of one man, Leon Spanos of St. Louis, Missouri. Brother Leon had the foresight to see that there was a real need for quality senior citizens housing. His determination and foresight led to the very first of the AHEPA projects officially dedicated in St. Louis in 1981.
And it is interesting, at that time I thought maybe one or two chapters might get interested. That was my highest expectations. And today we have about 96 projects, which is beyond me.
I can remember when we first started it on Sundays that the members get their wives and their children in the car to drive over to show them the buildings. They were so proud. And now it's, we have one whole wall in the Hellenic Center by the church where we have all 13 pictures of all 13 buildings, and the priest will go down through there and say, I want you to look and see what the people of the AHEPA chapter have done here in Mobile and how proud we are of what they do.
During the last 20 years, AHEPA National Housing Corporation has established itself as a major force in providing elderly housing. In 1995, the corporation was listed by the U.S. Housing and Urban Development as one of the 15 largest recipients of HUD funding.
When we go to the apartments and we see the older ladies or men, and they say, this is the best home that I ever had in my life, that is worth millions of dollars. It is incredible. That's the biggest satisfaction, because at that time, I used to have a dental laboratory in 79, 80. That was at the peak of my business when, funny, I got tired making money. That's no joke. I got tired, and I found a new life to get involved with the AHEPA apartments. And it is, if I had to do it over, I wouldn't hesitate for a second.
We feel like, especially in the Birmingham office, when in 26 years that you've been funded 13 times, the fact that we can get funded and within 8 months that you're breaking ground, and in another 12 months after that you're open.
The success of AHEPA National Housing Corporation is based not only on its commitment, but also the result of its experience, knowledge, organization, and the help and guidance that it provides to sponsoring AHEPA chapters. In 1991, the AHEPA Management Company formed to oversee and manage the AHEPA properties. In 1998, Mr. Dimitri Damascus was appointed as Director of Development for AHEPA National Housing Corporation, that expanded AHEPA National Housing Corporation as a developer and consultant. The AHEPA projects are more than merely brick and mortar.
I feel like I'm at home. Of course I do. This is my home. I'm home.
I love my apartment. I can see the birds and the squirrels.
So I feel like I have family here because I got to know all the people.
Residents are truly part of a family atmosphere who enjoy a strong sense of community. The projects are under the daily supervision of property managers who have developed a variety of activities for the residents: Bible studies, dinners, field trips, exercise classes, bingo, card games, a community room, tenant association, movies, and a host of other social programs and activities.
I would never find a place that is as well kept as this, in the most beautiful little city in the country. Everything around us, the hospital and everything, is just a mile or two away. Everything.
Application, this is prescription drug plan for low-income seniors.
Many projects also have a supportive services coordinator who serves in the capacity of an on-site social worker to assist tenants who may have medical, financial, nutritional, and housekeeping needs.
I like to tell the story of one of our seniors who was a byproduct of the Depression. And she moved into senior housing, and she told me one day, said, "This is the first time I could go into a room and throw a switch on, the light would come on in the room." So that way, you know that it's touching people who really didn't have anything. And this really made it possible for them to have something of dignity.
It is a fact that there are relatively few people in every city that know what the acronym AHEPA stands for, or what the organization does.
When people ask me, about where I live, I say AHEPA. Well, how do you spell that? And I tell them, I said, I'll tell you what. I HEPA you, you HEPA me. That's the way you spell AHEPA.
That will dramatically change when one sees their chapter's name and number emblazoned over the front entrance of a brand new multi-million-dollar facility. Your AHEPA chapter gains instant recognition in your community. The biggest reward is the realization that your chapter will become a visible benefactor in your community by providing the means for senior citizens to live in quality, affordable, and dignified housing.
It's just ideal for senior citizens with low income.
I recommend this place to anybody. It's so peaceful, it's quiet.
This keeps me within a range that I can afford, let's put it that way, because I spent a lot of years paying, took every penny I had to just keep up.
I just think it's great to have some place where you can still sort of have your independence without your children feeling they've got to take care of all your needs.
An historian, speaking about the treatment of the aged, said that the test of a society is how it behaves toward the elderly. It's easy to love children, but the affection and the care for the old, the incurable, the helpless, are the true gold mines of a culture.
We have a lot to be thankful for because of our grandparents, our forefathers, and our forebears who have come to this country. And this is a way for us to say thank you, United States, for the blessings that we've had in this country. And this is a way to do it.
The need is great. The time is now. You can make it happen in your own community.